Hey everyone, I hope that you are staying on the upside. Well, what's up today? I got in a conversation about these balloons or the balloon and whatever this other thing was that America found. The balloon we shot down after they collected probably all they needed to know. And I hope that we weren't ignorant thinking that when we shot that down, the information went with it. I believe that it went directly to China on their hard drive, and they still got everything really? Did they expect to get that balloon back? Did they expect, they didn't care if that thing came back to China or not, because the information, it was just collecting it. All we done was stopped from that point on it collecting the information that it was, which we will talk about. I believe that it went right on the main leaders, the military's hard drive in China. They got record of every bit of what they got. And I tell you what, you can get a lot of information as long as that thing stayed there. And how long was it before we even spotted it? So they still have the information. What kind of information? Well, I believe they were studying us out, how that we operate and what we operate off of, such as our power source, our internet, things that we use to function. I think they studied that out. Not only that, but they studied out our military bases, kind of the layout of things. Why? Because they fix and attack us. And if they can come in and knock our power grid off, knock our internet out, we pretty well shut down there. We're going to find out that this computer stuff without a backup might not be the best thing at all times. As long as it's working, it is. Just to give a little example, okay? I went to my grocery store yesterday, days the 2nd, the 11th. So on the 10th, I went to my grocery store, and the system were down. They could run the cash registers, but they couldn't do no scanning on our cards that we have that pull our money out of the bank. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So the only way we could buy anything was with cash. That's proof right there that cash still works when nothing else don't. Something to think about, isn't it? I like it. But anyways, the main leaders are trying to change that where they can have total control and, so I think they were studying the military bases out and the layout, because if a nation can study that out, when they attack, they can target what they need to put us out quickly. I don't know if, you thought of that, America. I think sometimes how the bully gets whooped sometimes, not that America is, because we've pretty well helped any nation out there. And when you help more than one nation, the other one's going to get upset with you. Ain't no way to keep everybody happy, okay? You help one, the one over here gets mad at you. This is the way it works. So we got some nations that don't like us, that would like to see America go down. Really, I've always heard that Israel was a thorn in the flesh of people. I believe America's in there too. I believe we're a thorn in the flesh of some nations, and if they can remove it, they will. So this coming year, within months, I look for America to get attacked. Now, we've kissed hindsides and kept this away for many years. Didn't know no other way to put it, so if it's wrong, we've buddied with them to try to keep them and bargained with them to try to keep them off of us and to hold them peace, I guess. But we live in a time now that ain't going to work. It is now the time that things are lining up for the last days things to take place. And it's going to. I've always heard that, preachers and people that gives their opinions that America didn't exist really as a big nation, that they kind of just fall off for some reason. Could it be another nation coming in and taking us over? I gave a recording out about a year ago, I think, that was a warning to America that how that the vision is between us as an America. I don't care if you come from another country and become America or whatever, but we were causing divisions between ourselves. If it be color or if it, whatever it may, politic or whatever. And, you know, if a nation is divided or got division in it, it's going to have trouble standing. In fact, I've heard the good book say a nation divided cannot stand. So that would be a good way to already start breaking us down. And I said, if you're not careful, America, another nation is going to slide right in and take us over while we are bickering and fighting on what politics is right, what color's right, or what's right and what's wrong. And that we need to come together as a nation, regardless of the color, regardless of the politics, regardless. And that's pretty well the nutshell of that one. I'll leave it below. But I really feel that America is headed for war. I really feel that America is fixing to get attacked. Now, America's been in war and fought in war, but here it's been a while. And if China attacks us, it ain't going to be no little war. One or the other will win. And China very possibly could take America over if China attacks, which I think they will. When China attacks, there's a few other nations that's going to drop in there too. Now, hopefully we've helped enough of people out there, powerful nations, that will jump in and help us out. But now, what I've experienced with a shop that I had, I helped a lot of people out on their cars, and when it come time I needed help or the shop was gone, I didn't have no friends, or at least those. And that very well could be the case. A lot of nations don't have the ability to really help another nation. They can't help themselves. So we can't fault that to another one there when they are struggling their own selves. So, you know, hopefully if China does attack, hopefully America has thought of this, and I'm sure we have. I'm sure that we have been waiting on this time, such as we're fixing to face. Or at least what I hear through the grapevine, that we have tricks up our sleeve that no other nation knows about. I'm kind of persuaded to believe that other nations has tricks too. They most likely have the same bombs and equipment that we have. So, America, keep your guard up. I trust you have got it up. I hope that that America don't fall to a third world country. It's bad, but it can be worse. I hope that America has thought this out. A lot of people kind of make friends with other nations and think you are friends with them, and they really don't think that such a thing could happen. That, you know, China could fly over, know where our military bases are and all of our goods is to even fight with, and drop in and drop some bombs on us while we're sleeping. And I really think that America is kind of asleep on some things. They don't have their guard up like they should. Or at least that's what we're putting out there sometimes. And that lets the other nations know, hey, we got this. Go for it. And, hey, I wouldn't be a nation that would tell, oh, I've got, you know, in my home, I'm not going to tell you that I've got this gun, this ammo, and blah, 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 this security, and so, you know, so I don't know. But this coming year, I am afraid that America will be attacked in America, possibly by China. And let's just hope the few others that don't fall in there and help on the attack. Guys, that's what's up today. Is in a nutshell. The balloon was collecting information for them to attack us. Their goal is to take us over. I hope that America isn't the new China.